Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. Rhett is out in the living room. It is 8:50 a.m. on, I believe it's Thursday, June 11th, 8:51 now. We finally got, I think we're at the end of a 1+ year rabbit hole that we've been sort of grinding away at, trying to figure out, and we're about to probably enter a whole nother, well, it won't be a rabbit hole, but we're trying to work on update, and update is going to be very, very interesting in that um, there's going to be there we go. Looks like our unit tests are done running, or yeah, so we got unit tests running. Um, but anyways, that's for whatever this new rabbit hole that we're going to get to around, at least it'll be about update. Um, but right now we're just trying to get um, so that was good. All unit tests passed. That actually surprises me. Um, but let's see. Let's come back into here, and then like that, and then I guess we want to go to here. We are looking at very, very good coverage. We got 98.98%. We have 12 lines of code, 12 statements not covered, 2 branches not covered, 3 functions not covered, and 12 lines of code not covered. So I don't remember exactly what the difference between a line of code and a statement is. I have figured it out a few times and it is always very underwhelming. But anyway, so we have this coverage folder that uh, Jasmine Karma created, and then there's this index HTML file. So we drop this into here, and we see that it's all green. Oh, no, there's one. This native renderer is not covered. And then we got two um, branches that aren't covered. So let's go ahead and click in there. And this is the time I try to set aside for like line by line deep analysis. Like there's certain times where you just can't think that way all the time. I wish you could. I wish it was possible to like there's this weird fantasy that I notice a lot of like directors and above. They have this sort of like delusion is probably too strong of a word, but they sort of had this idea that there's like that someone could code in a very clean fashion and build new things, and those things are just they just don't go together. It's like saying, oh, someone that works on your car doesn't need to put a mat inside your car when they do work inside there because you can just be clean. And it's like, no, while you're working, things get kind of weird. All right, so we got apparently about 8 statements that are not covered in this file, and I guess it's one function. I didn't think. Oh yeah, no, 2 functions that aren't covered, and this is one of them, and apparently this is the other one. Oh my gosh. So this is probably not how I want to do this anyways, where I pass in a string like this. I probably want to pull this out into its own little function. So, but I will say that publish render dictionary makes sense. This all makes sense. It's weird that this is the only one where this doesn't actually fire. But in general, I don't like to have my functions like this, only for, and like this. Um, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go to publish render dictionary, go find this. So there's a lot of different ways to find code. Like that's a skill that everyone sort of has to develop on their own. Everyone is a little bit different. Um, but there it is right there. That's one of many ways is like to just do a search for something that you think is going to be unique. All right, so I don't like this to be like this. I like this to be like another function. So this, and then let's just, so when we publish this, we want this to be its own function. From there to there. And again, this is exclusively so that I can run it for the unit test, just to make it easier to unit test. So this is uh, hash promise handler. Hash. Let's see. Let's try that. I don't, and it's kind of funny because I'm actually setting a value there. So hash promise, and it is weird that I don't like. I'm not having issues with other things. So this same exact code is in fact running, and then basically we just want to paste all of this, and then this is kind of a bummer. Okay, so I guess we want to pass in the dictionary hash. Dictionary hash, which is of type. That's a string. Okay, so what is up here? Okay, so this sets the dictionary hash, and then once it's done, it publishes, but it returns a true while it's before. So it'll get here before this is done, probably. It'll already be returned, and it'll just handle this stuff afterwards. And this is the part where I'm like, oh, I like to understand how every line of code works. Um, so I think that this should be like an await. And I know I haven't ever done that in this before, but I think this should be an await. I think I can do that. I think I can just await. And then I cannot remember exactly how to do this. Await. Huh. All right. Okay, so this is going to return what does it return? So this returns a string, and then it sets it to the hash, and then it calls and it publishes, right? So I guess I can actually declare this. So it's going to, and then it's going to publish it. So that's what this is going to do. And then I think I could just call this here, and I have to bind it to the current. And then we're going to say this dot hash promise handler dot bind this. Yeah. And what that does is it sets the context of this so that it knows what this thing right here on line 167, 107 is. So let's see if that works. First, we'll just see if everything compiles. I think this will probably be a little faster over here. So it's rebuilding. It's kind of weird because it's showing this dimmed as if it's not used. Oh, I screwed that up. Actually, that is not right. Okay, so this needs to go away, and this needs to go away. And then this needs to return a Boolean. And then this needs just to return true. And I only do that for unit test purposes. All right, so let's see if that compiles. So I had done that wrong. All right. I don't know if that other thing would have worked. I don't even know. That was weird, actually. Um, Okay, so the thing I want to see is, does this thing still work? So basically, it should work. This is just the publish, right? So data entities, we'll go to ThreeJS, and then we'll add a render, add a viz, and yeah, so it published it because this would not know what this was if that didn't work. All right, so let's see where we're at on this now. Did it not finish? Is this still trying to run? So I would expect this. So it says it's rebuilding. So this, I would expect this to update this report, and I'll know it updated because it'll have this hash promise handler down here. Which I'm not seeing. I don't understand why. It says no captured browser. So that's weird. Okay, so I've noticed that this always works if I hit refresh here. Okay, so now let's see if we get the, yep, okay. So we actually probably lost a little bit of ground, but now it's pretty easy to call hash promise handler and this publish render dictionary. And why it's not getting called by any of the other things, while it seems like all the rest of them are getting called, I don't know. It's weird. Um, I guess we should put a little thought into that. Like publish render dictionary should have got called all kinds of places. It should have been called from create render. And see, actually, there you go. It's not getting called from create renderer. So we messed that part up. I don't even know why that works. That's wild. So you would think that after the renderer, this dot publish render dictionary. Public? Did I name it public instead of publish? Oh, okay. I don't know why. Let's just copy this. So I did name it right, so that's good. And Control V, publish render dictionary. Oh yeah, we wanted to know if we should do that whenever we set the animation function. I don't think so. At this point, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. And there should have been a delete, right? And actually, that should end up resulting in it getting called. And normally, like, I don't know. I think that was really good, like the way I did that. See if it picks up this time. It looks like something picked up. There we go. That is good. Okay, so yeah, so unit test definitely caught a bug. I would say that that might have been the first time. Um, but that was nice. That was really, really nice. All right, so we are at 100% on this one. Let's go back to all files, reload this, click over here, click there again. All right, so we have 3 files. It still needs some attention. I guess I just want to take a look at this one. So that's 4 lines of code that aren't run and 2 functions. All right, so yeah, so that should be easy. We should call that toggle row, and that will help a lot. So yeah, so tomorrow that's what we'll do. Got to go. Have a wonderful day. Bye.